As anyone who's watched us knows, we were completely against the Iranian nuclear treaty, but didn't really care that much. But we were against it, not because of the nuclear issue, as much as how it makes the Iranians mainstream, takes all the sanctions off and gives them all the money. Because the Iranians are not going to do what it takes to become fair, functioning members of the world. So let's look at Iran now. I mean, it's inexcusable. They have 3 of our citizens as hostages. Hostages. They have the Washington Post reporter, who they keep trying. Now they've said they found him guilty of something. We think it's because they now want to make the trade. They can say, hey, he's guilty, we'll give you bail, let's make a trade. And then we have the 2 other hostages, one who I believe tries to set up in-home churches there, and there was another, I don't remember his name either. But the Iranians are really great at just stealing our people and keeping them. Now they want to trade. They want to trade with people who have broken the law. We had real trials for these people we have locked up. True trials, and we followed our own rules. In Iran, they don't. Look what's happened with the Washington Post reporter, Jason Razian. Iranian law requires, I think, that you can't be in jail for more than a year without some type of determination. Well, they didn't have it until well after the year. They don't have their hearings in public. They don't announce the evidence. They have no evidence. They got nothing. They say he applied for a job in the Obama administration. Whew, that's something to lock up an American for. And not only do that, but stick them into their worst jail, which the other 2 hostages are in also, and physically and mentally abuse them. Abuse them. Americans. They don't care. And where's our president? And where's our Secretary of State? You know, they talk about all this stuff. They talk about how they're there. Our government is there for our people, but they're not. They really aren't, because it was more important to have the nuclear treaty, which only released billions and billions of dollars to the Iranians, who have now made a deal with Russia, with Iraq, and Syria to really get even more heavily involved there to try to establish their reign of power, terror. Is it Machiavellian? I don't know. Maybe it's all of that. Iranians are just horrible. The people, I'm sure, in their government is horrible. And we make deals with guys like this, and we don't sit down and say, it's really simple. You're going to release our hostages, then we'll talk to you. If you don't want to release our hostages, then we're not going to talk to you. You're going to build your nuclear bomb. As we keep saying, we've been consistent. The young Un in North Korea has one. So many others have one. If they use it, we just say, we'll take you out. I don't see them using it, and I see them moving forward anyhow. It doesn't matter. But meanwhile, they get their billions, they pump it in, they rebuild their country, they rebuild their military, and they join up with all the others to try to take control of Shiites v Sunnis. That's it. It's over. Now we're really leading to the disaster in the Middle East that we've been talking about, that black swan, for so long, as it gets worse and worse, because now you have those 4 coming together. The Israelis are probably going to make some type of a deal with the Saudis and the Kuwaitis. Maybe it's good. The UAE, who knows? They already have a deal with Jordan. They already get along with Egypt. And now we see the Middle East fracturing because the United States has backed off, believing in people saying history is going to make the Iranians and the Russians look bad. It may, but it's also going to make our administration look bad. And as we back off more and more, now look at Turkey. Now they've had the 2 bombs in their peace march. It's just getting horrible. Turkey, as you all know, is right next door to Syria, and they let the Islamic State move back and forth. Daesh has been doing their thing there, and now they're firing off bombs and then getting Turkey to fight their own Kurds inside. It's just this fracturing of this tribalness. It's just tribal groups all around that Mideast getting worse and worse and worse as we withdraw more and more and more. Afghanistan, we're going to pull all the troops out, right? In come the Taliban into Kunduz, we're out. It makes no sense. Libya, we went into Libya, we helped knock off Gaddafi, and what happens? The whole country falls apart, and everybody's leaving Libya and trying to move to Europe. It's just not good. It's horrible. And the Iranians holding our hostages. Wait till they try to make the trade. We're going to start hearing, oh, for the president, we had to make the trade. We traded 15 of their guys for 3 of ours. Huzzah! Oh no, Mr. President. Those guys should have been released release, period, because they're not guilty and because the United States stands behind their citizens. And that's not what's going on. Our president and his administration is letting this country down in foreign policy. So sad. Just not good. So wait for the trade. We'll be hearing about it. We'll hear all this justification. Keep your ears open. As the president just says, naughty, naughty, naughty to everybody. And it gets worse and worse. But it always works out, whether it's after the election or it's because of the election or whatever, it'll work out because this country always makes it happen in the end. We get our leadership that we need and we take care of what's got to be taken care of. So sad, but so good because it will work out. We have a hard road to hoe. Peace.